Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I have a full list of gift ideas for knitters, so grab yourself a cup of tea, you're knitting, and let's talk about them. First up, I'm really sorry about the terrible lighting. It is very gloomy and very foggy outside, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to see me, so that is what we have to deal with in winter. I have my massive mug and cup of tea right here, and my list of things down below here, and I think we should just get straight into it. The first thing that I think would make a great gift for knitters are stitch markers or progress markers. You can never have too many stitch markers, even if you just, I don't know, buy like one or two every year. I have a ton. I also bought a ton when I started knitting, and I keep losing a lot of them. I don't want to know where they are in my apartment or where I lost them in general. I'm pretty sure a good amount is gone forever, but stitch markers can be a great gift because they can be very cute instead of just the very standard like O-shaped ones, like the bulbous ones. I see them, they can also be very aesthetic. I see them on projects a lot on Instagram with like different motifs and made with different like textures, clay, metal. I think they are just great. They look really nice, and around Christmas time, which personally is my time of the year, like autumn is my favorite season, you can have some really great ones that you don't necessarily just have to use at Christmas. So stitch markers, a very huge thing to gift to a knitter, is very useful. You can always take on more stitch markers, in my opinion. The second thing is project bags. I know we all have a million different ones, but I think especially those project bags that might be on the pricier side, you don't really want to buy for yourself, can just be a great gift because it's something someone else knows you've wanted for a really long time and then you finally get it. I also am a sewer and I like to make these myself. If you are that person as well, it can just be a really thoughtful gift as well, because sewing does take a lot of time as well as knitting does, and having something handmade to gift to someone who appreciates the handmade things, I think that is just one of the best feelings, because you know they will care about it and they will also use it appropriately. Next up are yarn gift cards. I know gift cards are a big thing in my family. It's a very big no-no because you don't gift someone else money, but I myself, I never know what yarn I want and what project I want to make. I mean, I have a huge stash behind me, so I'd rather just receive a gift card so then I can buy the yarn when I'm ready for a specific project. I don't see anything wrong with that, and yarn can be quite expensive, so even if it's just 25 euros or a really small amount can help a lot already. So I still think it's a great idea to gift it to someone, because then they can really buy something that they want and they will truly appreciate for themselves. The next idea that I had is a Swift. I don't own one, that's probably why it is on this list. But I think having a good Swift and a quality Swift as well can just be a very pricey undertaking. So having this as like a big Christmas present is a great idea. I want to have one myself in the future. I currently don't have the space for one. Obviously, if you already own a Swift, there is no need for having like 3 different ones. But there are Swifts and there are Swifts. That's just the reality. There are high-end quality products, and then there are the ones on the cheaper side. So if you want to upgrade one, that also can just be a great gift for Christmas, because now is the time to spend a little bit more money and to treat and get treated for those quality products. Next up is something maybe a little bit controversial. It is knitting needles. I am of the opinion you can never have too many needles, especially of the sizes that I use the most, which are 3.5 and 4mm needles. I keep losing them for some reason, or like putting them on projects and then I have way too many whips and I'm stuck with no needle in that size. I'm also someone who likes not the fixed circular ones, but the ones you can interchange. And just getting like a simple set of 4mm needles of interchangeable ones is already a great help. It doesn't have to be full set, it doesn't have to be super high-end needles. Of course it also can be. I know Chiagu needles are like also in my opinion the best ones because they are the pointiest. I have a small set for sock knitting myself, and in the future I would like to have the more expensive version for the bigger sizes as well, but it can get really pricey very quickly. So that's why I'm saying is also a preference thing. If you like to work with wooden needles, if you like to work with metal needles, you have to know the person you are gifting this to a little bit better to know these things. So it can be a little bit of a hit and miss, but in my opinion, if I get just a standard 4mm needle, interchangeable like needle set, I'm already happy. So take that or leave it, whatever you like. Next up is maybe a combination. I call it the emergency notions bag. In this bag I can imagine having the things you need the most, which is a darning needle, some scissors, stitch markers and a tape measure. So that is something you can just put together with either things you have left over or you just buy. These are not super expensive things, and putting them into a small bag, which can also be very personal with really nice motifs, can just be a great gift, because you need those things almost on the daily, and I like having these things when I go out, because if there is an emergency and I need to cut my yarn and I don't have any scissors, of course I can rip it. It's not ideal. So having this small bag with you all the time is just, in my opinion, a very thoughtful and personal gift to give to someone. Staying on the notion side, stitch holders or needle holders, whatever you want to call them, are also great gift ideas. I love having them. I don't use them as much as I should, but these are a few that I have. I think they're super cute. I think they can also just be a very small gift and gifted not necessarily just at Christmas but throughout the year. I have this reindeer, which obviously is like Christmas themed, and then this Highland cow, as well as this beautiful sunflower and this really cute fox. What you do is you have a hole on both sides, so if you don't use your knitting immediately and you don't want to drop or lose stitches, you just put the needle in and it's a needle stopper, like, or stitch holder, whatever, or yeah, stitch, yeah, you know what I mean. I think these just make a great gift because it's something small, it's something thoughtful, and you can also really support local businesses. I don't know any yarn shop that doesn't have at least one pair of really cute things of these. And they're also not super expensive. They can also go into the emergency notions bag or just as a small like side gift. What I also like to receive, and that might be a personal preference, are tote bags. I am a sucker for cute tote bags. I have a million of them. I like to collect them when I go on holidays, and I also like to use them for projects. So as project bags, I used to use my tote bags. Not anymore because I just have such a big collection of project bags now, but a cute tote bag can just be so, can make you so happy if it's a really cool motif or like quote on it, and it can also be very personalized. So if you want to get me with something, get me with a tote bag, just saying. Next up is a knitting book. For this one you have to know the person a little bit better. Again, I know that there are the big designers and kind of people everyone likes. For me it's Sari Nordland. Any book that comes out from her I would just buy immediately, just because I'm a really big fan of her patterns and her designs. But you have to know the person a little bit better. I have a fairly big collection now of books. Don't ask me how many patterns I actually made from these books, but I just love looking at them and just having them when I need to. I know sock knitting books are a great gift because it's just a fun thing to have, but at the same time the person has to be a sock knitter, so it does have to be a little bit more, you have to think about it a little bit more if the person is, like, if the book works with the person, if you know what I mean. And we are down to the last two gift ideas. The first one is blocking mats. I know this is kind of a hit and miss because a lot of people already have blocking mats and they can also be very pricey. I personally use some like children's mats so they don't hurt themselves. They are from my childhood actually, so they're a little bit sentimental as well. But I think blocking mats are just a great idea because we all need them. We also need a lot of them if you have very big projects, and with 9 most of the times it just doesn't cut it. So getting maybe a smaller set or like some fun ones like children's mats can be a great idea if the person also uses them. I know I use them especially in winter because sweaters don't dry just on the floor and I don't have floor heating, so it does make a lot of sense for me. And the last idea that I have are buttons. I know this also can be a little bit controversial because you have button preferences, but if you have like a small collection of buttons it can be very fun and you can really gift someone some very extravagant and really crazy buttons as well. Again, you can really personalize it and go for some buttons you know the person correlates to or just likes in general. So these were all of my gift ideas. I hope there were 1 or 2 in there that you think might also be a great gift for you this Christmas. I know I definitely have found some inspiration in here. I hope you liked this video. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to know more about me, and let's have a wonderful Christmas time. Happy knitting. Bye.